So recently I got the opportunity to discuss the benefits of budgeting on paper with CNBC. I was really excited about that opportunity and really am proud of the article. So if you get a chance, I will link it in the description box. You can definitely check it out. But one of the most important aspects of budgeting on paper is figuring out your method for expense tracking. Expense tracking can take time and effort, but it's one of the best ways for you to learn more about yourself, your money personality, and how to make your money work best for you. So in today's video, I wanted to walk through the different ways that I organize my spending so that I can keep up with my expense tracking in my budget planner. The first thing that I like to do is decide how I'm going to organize my spending. Now, there are 3 different methods that I will use in order to set up and organize my spending, and how I choose which method I am going to use is based on a variety of things. It could be based on how much time I have throughout the week. If I know I'm going to have a super busy week, I may choose one method over another. How much money I have. If I feel like I am limited on how much extra money I have in my account, then I may adjust which method I am going to use for my spending, or just how I'm feeling when I set up my budget. I may be in the mood to use one method over another. So let's walk through all 3 of the methods that I will use in order to organize my spending and how I expense track using each one of these methods. The first method is cash envelopes. If I start to use cash envelopes, it's usually either because 1, I'm trying to reel in our spending. We have been spending too much, we have been going over budget, and we need to stop. Or 2, I am trying to save for a particular purpose or reach a certain goal. I usually use the cash envelope method a lot during the holiday season because I know I'm trying to save for Christmas, and I'm also watching our budget during the holiday season. So using cash for us is the most helpful during this time. How this method works is I will pull out my cash envelopes and I will have 4 categories: food, entertainment, shopping, and other. In the past, I would also have gas as a category. However, I don't do that anymore because usually I will swipe my card and we don't have an issue with spending with gas. So I will keep it to these 4 categories: food for groceries and eating out, shopping for going to Target or Walmart, entertainment for going to the movies or an outing with my family, and other for those random small things that may come up throughout the week. I will have a tracker that is associated with each one of these categories in my cash envelope, and as I am spending money, I will write it down on the tracker within that cash envelope. At the end of the week, I will take all of the transactions that are on these cash envelope trackers and transfer it to my budget planner tracker. Once it's in there, I can categorize it, and this is the best way for me to stay on top of how much I am spending throughout the week. The second way I will monitor our spending is by using our spending checking account. So we have 4 personal bank accounts that we will use in order to monitor our money: our bill account, our short-term emergency account, our long-term emergency account, and our spending account. Every single time I get paid, it automatically goes into my bill account, and then I will transfer money into the other 3 accounts. I will move money for short-term savings, things like Christmas and Thanksgiving. I will move money into long-term savings for emergencies, and I will move money into our spending account, and that is one that I will use throughout the week for our spending. All of the categories that I talked about previously with the cash envelopes are the same categories that I'm going to be using within our spending account. I'm just going to be swiping my debit card instead of spending cash. This makes it really easy to add all of these transactions into my budget planner because all I am pulling up are the transactions from this one account, just my spending account. I don't have to look at any of the other accounts, nor are any of the bills or anything else coming out of our spending account. So on Friday, I pull up all of the transactions and then I will write them in my budget planner and categorize them. I like to use this method when I may not feel like going to the ATM and pulling out cash, or writing in my expense tracker in my cash envelope every single time I am at the store, because sometimes I will forget and then I am trying to backtrack and remember why this envelope doesn't have as much money as it's supposed to. So this method makes it a little bit easier because all of the transactions are there. I'm easily able to pull them up with my bank, add them into my planner, and since I didn't have to write each one down throughout the week, I am less likely to forget them. And the third method that I like to use for my spending is our credit card. Now, using the credit card works pretty much the exact same way as my spending account. I will swipe my card throughout the week. I will review all of the transactions and transfer them into my budget planner at the end of the week. But there is an additional step where I will pay off my credit card at the end of every single week. So the money that I had set aside for my spending in my spending account, I will use that exact money in order to pay off the credit card at the end of the week instead of waiting until the end of the month, mainly because I want to make sure that the money is there, that it doesn't get spent on anything else, and that I am not increasing the balance on our credit card. Now, I love to use this method whenever I am trying to rack up credit card points. I do have a Southwest credit card, so I will usually use my credit card points for travel. However, if you have a challenging time staying on top of your budget, I would not recommend starting with this method. This method works best when you are really consistent and you have a set routine and set money behaviors around your spending, your saving, and making sure everything is paid in a timely manner. However, it is super helpful if you do well with credit cards because you can get the extra points and you can do travel, hotels, and other things using your points. Usually, I am doing all of this on a Tuesday. I am setting up a brand new budget, adding up all the transactions from the previous week, and checking in with my monthly budget to make sure that I am still on track. Now, which one of these methods will work best for you? It really depends. I like to use different methods in different seasons, really just depending on what's going on. If I'm having a really busy week, then usually I will use my spending account or my credit card because cash usually takes more time that I usually don't have in my busier week. It also depends on how much extra money I have to spend. If we are limited on our disposable income for a particular week, then I may use our credit card and pay it off when we have our very next payday. And if I'm having a really busy week, but I do have disposable income, I will just transfer the money into my spending account and use our spending account for all of our transactions for that week. So depending on the week and depending on what we have going on, I may pick a particular method at that time. I would love to know, how are you currently tracking your expenses? Are you using your budget planner or do you use another method? Please comment below and let me know. And also please subscribe and like this video. It does help me with the YouTube algorithm and it lets me know what type of videos you all would like to see from me. Until next time, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.